What up? It's your boy, Dick Incredible Man. Yes, I am back at it again, and this is my discussion / review for My Hero Academia Season 4, Episode 20. And man, I can't believe we're coming to an end. I really enjoyed this season, man. We only got a couple more episodes left, but let's talk about this episode, man. Episode 20. I really enjoyed it, and I find myself saying that a lot about this season. I really enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed that episode because this season was good. And at the beginning of this season, we got the whole overhaul arc and everything. But at the end of this season, we got something towards the end of the season. In the back half of those episodes, we got something completely different. We got to see different parts of the UA, the school. We got to see different parts of the My Hero Academia world with the kids and everything. So we got to see a whole bunch of different type of stuff, and this episode was no different. We have the whole Class 1A preparing for the festival, which we now know is like a month away. But we got to see Eri kind of get introduced to the whole 1A class. She got to walk around campus with Midoriya and Mirio and just have a nice, wonderful time. And then we won. Then we ran into some of the people that we've previously had contact with throughout the other seasons, which is Class 1B, the business class, the work studies, and everything. So we just ran into everybody preparing for the festival, and it seems like they're getting certain type of preparations ready. And we ran into oh man, I know her name. I can't think of her name at this moment. But anyway, old girl from the Big Three. But I know her name. I can't think of it. Shoot. Anyway, we ran into her, and she's preparing for the beauty pageant that's going to take place in the festival. And we have the chick that worked with Yaruzu in her little course before we went to the whole provisional license and everything, with the big hands where she can expand her hands and everything. She's going to enter the beauty contest, and we didn't even know about a beauty contest. So there's so much going on now, and it's just it's a different take for the My Hero Academia world. In all of the previous seasons, we never really had a chance to really focus on them actually being students, except for in the first season. And then after all of that happened, we dove into all of the villain and hero type stuff, and they've been launched into that world ever since then. And this season, we were launched into the overhaul thing, but in the back half, we kind of got to see them be students again, which that's what I really enjoyed. Then we also got to see everyone practicing their moves and everything that's going to take place at the for the concert from Class 1A. And then we kind of went down, because all that was fun. Then we kind of broke it down and we kind of went to more of a serious note, because we have Eri and Midoriya and Mirio having lunch, and Eri was like, well, she's still a little shy around a whole bunch of people, but she really enjoyed seeing all these different people work real hard and do different things to prepare for the festival. So she had a nice time hanging out with them today. And then we see the principal talking to, what is her name? I know her name too. Miss Midnight, or I think it's Midnight. But anyway, we see her talking to, see the principal talking to her and telling us that, well, we're going to be prepared and we're going to be ready in case anything happens. And us as watchers, we know that Gento is planning to invade the UA. Now, the thing is, we see the principal going into this whole deep discussion and everything, and we even see a flashback of him talking to the chief of police, saying that he should really call off the festival because you guys have constantly been attacked by villains. But the principal begged, and the chief was like, he kind of just let him have it. But he said, if there's ever an alarm during the process of getting ready or the actual event, they have to shut it down in a moment's notice. So they sent out Pro Hero Watchdog to guard the grounds to keep everybody aware. And Midnight told Midoriya and Mirio that, you guys have fun. We got it set up and we got plenty of defenses and everything to take place. But at the same time, we're going to be prepared in case something happens. But I want you guys to go out and experience it and have fun. And but we know that Gento's on the way for his break-in. Then we see Deku go back, and he's practicing again, because he can't practice in the afternoon because he has all this stuff going on with Class 1A. So he's trying to practice some more of his moves and everything. And All Might ends up telling him that, I used support gear back in the day, but it was better suited for long range fights, and I kept my fights up close and personal, and it kept breaking every time. And then he told Midoriya something that was very, very, very good. don't depend on your support items so much to where you don't know how to use your powers without the support item, because I've seen many a hero have that happen and then they can't fight because they lost their support items. That was a good thing, because training with the support item is good, but what happens if the support item breaks in the middle of a fight, or just something happens and it gets destroyed? Now you can't fight because you were so dependent on the support item. And I get where All Might was coming from with that. And Deku kind of saw that too. And we learned that Hatsume is going to create him another support item to allows him, I'm assuming, to thump with a lot of force, and we won't have to worry about hurting his fingers in the process. So then we go and we see Midoriya is back at the dorm, and he's trying to find a video of All Might with the support gear. He clicks on a Gentle Criminal video, and he's watching it with Urahara. And they're going all into this whole thing, and he's like, well, I've heard of him, but I mean, I don't know what he's planning, but I'm hoping he's not planning anything too dangerous. So, and also we kind of get the name of the episode, which is like the Golden Tea Imperial or whatever. And then Yaruzu brings up that's what her mother sent there for her to drink with everyone in the dorms. Then I understood where this episode was coming from, because then we shoot over to Gentle and we see him lay out this whole elaborate plan of how he's going to break into UA. We saw a flashback of how he met La Brava, how he started his own YouTube channel, and it really wasn't taking off until he met La Brava, and she threw in some editing and some nice lights and some different fonts and everything. So as a YouTuber myself, I know that, you got to do some stuff that's eye-catching, especially when you're dropping a video. You got to kind of make it appeal to the people's eyes. Nobody wants to see a bland video of, like, hey, this is Nick Incredible talking about My Hero Academia. No, you got to kind of really, got to give into it. You got to make it seem entertaining. Nobody wants to watch anything dull and bland. And that's where La Brava came into Gentle's life. And she was a hacker, so she said, and, she's good at computers and stuff, so she helped his process along, and that's how he started to get more followers, more views, more likes, because at one point the dude had a whole bunch of dislikes. So that's where she came into his life. And then we also see where he said he's has this intricate route to kind of break into UA, and then he's gonna pass by this old tea coffee shop place or whatever, and they sell gold tea, imperial tea leaves or whatever. So that's where like the title of this episode comes from, and then we see it kick in with Yaruzu, and then it kicks in with Gentle as well. So I wonder, how does this tea taste? It must taste extravagant if so many people are worried about it. And then the funny thing that I really enjoyed, and the funny thing about this episode, was how we knew Gentle was a criminal, of course, but to me, he's kind of like, you can't really call him an anti-hero, but he doesn't seem that bad either, because going through his whole plan and laying everything out, he was stating that, well, I'm doing this to get the heroes aware that, like, because all the heroes have been so down and distraught lately because, they lost All Might. Endeavor's trying to build up his ratings to be the best hero. And so there's so much going on right now that the heroes aren't really prepared for anything. And Gentle is trying to prepare them for that inevitability that's going to take place with the whole Shigaraki thing that's going to take place eventually. So he's trying to prepare them, but you can't call him a anti-villain. You can't call him an anti-hero. I don't know. You may have to create a new name for someone like Gentle, because he does criminal acts, but it's like minor criminal acts. He's not killing anybody or anything, or like robbing banks or anything like that. But he's not doing super good stuff either, if you catch my drift. So I'm starting to really like Gentle a lot, because he's not your typical character, and he's not even your typical character in a comic book series, because you wouldn't see no one like Gentle in a comic book series, only in a manga, and I'm really enjoying that fact. So we also see, and I love the fact that how him going into his whole explanation, he kind of just laid out everything that Midnight had just told Midoriya and Mirio. This man is a genius. I knew he had some comedy stuff going on, but Gentle is a genius. I did not expect this to come from his plan to be this the plans to be this epic from his plan. That is crazy. Okay, Gentle, I see you. And then I think that's it for this episode. Then we kind of it goes off. I'm telling you, I'm super excited to see how Gentle is gonna make this plan go off, man. I'm really excited. This is your boy Dick Incredible, man. Don't forget to smash that like button. You can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. And remember that anime matters, anime is greatness, and anime is life, man. Peace out.
Are we gonna play now? Ready for the show? I'm about to take down, you already know. Get the fuck out of my face now, yeah, you got it.